Hello, I'm Maddie Birdsall. I'm presenting the role of nurses in emergency situations, balancing care in crisis. So first I wanted to start with why I chose these colors. I chose blue and red. Most of the time in healthcare, a lot of things are blue. It's supposed to be like it's supposed to make people more calm for whatever. I guess they did psychology research. I kind of thought it would be funny to include that because we're talking about trauma, but also because they use it a lot in healthcare. I chose some red accents because I thought they'd pop, and also because like ambulances, fire trucks, and usually like the emergency sign for healthcare is in red. First slide is my title, and I gave a little preview of what I'd be talking about. So importance of nurse-led triage, stress management in high stress environments, and impact of nurses on patient outcomes. First slide with real information, second slide total. This is the part of my speech where I talk about triage and how important triage is. Oh, sorry, you can't see my face. Didn't realize. I'll move this way. Basically, I chose these two pictures here because it breaks down what triage is. A big part of my speech is talking about triage. So I want my audience to be able to understand exactly what it is and how it works. So there's the 5 different levels, and one is someone that needs resurrection, 2 is potentially fatal, 3 is emergent with danger, 4 is emergent without danger, and 5 is urgent without danger. But I thought having a visual here to look at while I talk really could help give the audience an idea of what I was talking about. Because I sometimes forget that because I'm in healthcare, I know about all this, but a lot of people don't. So on my third slide here, this is the part of my speech where I talk about how nurses manage the stress and manage to work together as a team. So here I have the quote that I used in my speech. Here's the quote I used in this part of my speech right here, which is effective communication and emergency teams improves outcomes and reduces medical errors. And underneath it, I have a team here. Working on a patient. I also talk about different stress management techniques that nurses use. One is mindfulness, breath work and meditation, as well as I know nurses do a lot of exercise to release stress. The next part of my slides here talks about impact of patient outcomes, and it talks about how life-saving interventions help improve survival rates. So this picture here is a little breakdown of the different types of interventions that nurses can perform. Bedside care, administration of medications, postpartum support, they help with food, they monitor vitals and recovery progress. And then I have my quote from my speech down here as well. Nurse-led interventions in emergencies often directly affect emergency recovery rates. It was hard on this one. I could not because of where this picture lied, but I tried to put my quotes here in red because I thought they were important and I thought it helped stand out. My last slide before my conclusion, I wanted to give the audience a quick look at a real life trauma.
I took 2 things that I love.
Please excuse the ad.
And I made them into a successful business. Hi, I'm Ronnie. I'm the owner of Ketatog, and I teach people.
In the world of emergency medicine and trauma, there is a line between life and death.
And the people who walk that line every day are some of the unsung heroes of our medical world. A special report tonight from Doug Dunbar.
Kaylee, tonight we get rare access inside one of the busiest trauma departments in the entire country. It's JPS in Fort Worth. Who are these people? How do they cope when they often deal with the worst that the world has to offer, an average of 312 times a day? The only way to find out is to go inside.
Hey guys, we need in here. She was released from the ICU 3 days ago.
It's just afternoon, and a badly injured woman has come through the doors at JPS.
Make it a level 1.
Somebody hand me some bags of normal saline.
She is losing blood fast.
You got here? No.
In an instant, the trauma bay fills with team members. It looks and it does feel chaotic, but this is well choreographed. 8-year veteran trauma nurse Hunter Langley is point person for communication in the room and with the patient herself.
Tell me your name.
In those first few critical seconds, a primary RN will find access points for IVs and blood. There's a respiratory specialist inside, technicians, radiology, residents. Trauma medical director Raj Gandhi is overseeing the big picture.
I got a 20 in her left ankle.
The faces behind those masks in this room are those of moms and dads, sisters and brothers. But those are sensitivities that they all agree must be left outside the doors of trauma to do what they do inside.
You experience stuff here with coworkers that your family has no idea about. They don't fully realize, I think, the things that you go through, the things that you see.
2 minutes since the patient was brought in. They still can't stop the bleeding.
Give me your tourniquet, please.
She is in and out of consciousness.
You're in the right place, okay?
Exactly 4 minutes in, Dr. Gandhi reaches for the black phone. That's the direct link to the OR.
Hey, it's Gandhi. We have a level 1 that needs to go.
In seconds, the team is briefed.
We're going to be taking her straight to the operating room, OR 9.
Less than 7 minutes since she came through the doors, the patient is now on the way to the OR, and she is not out of the woods.
So I thought that showing even just a brief clip of all the things I just talked about in my speech. So I talked about the interventions that a nurse is doing, which they show there, like a nurse getting IVs and giving medication. The nurse is in charge of communications, and the head nurse is in charge there. And that's part of the point I'm trying to make, is how important nurses are to this situation. And so I thought that presenting this situation to the audience after I just talked about it could really help cement the idea of like, wow, nurses do a lot. We need them. They really improve our outcomes. And then to round it off, I just have my conclusion here, which is emergency nurses balance crisis and compassionate care, and their role significantly impacts patient outcomes. That's my speech.